We have the official news. Yes, guys, we have Albedo's banner. Now, we're going to go over this in today's video. We're going to look at it. We're just going to hop straight into this and also, inevitably, say whether you should summon or not. Is it worth it? And honestly, most of you are going to be pretty, I'm not going to say upset, but pretty disappointed, but not disappointed as in like a bad way. It's actually something to do with the banner that everybody thought was coming when 1.2 came. We all thought that there was going to be something new. I'm gonna get into this. I'm not gonna spoil you. You want to know? Go ahead. And before we get into this video, if you are new to the channel, smash that subscribe button down below. Join the subscribers on the grind to 1,700. We are over halfway there already. You guys are insane, and I appreciate all the insane and beautiful support from all you beautiful and positive and just so heavenly people. Thank you so much. And also smash the like button down below. Without further ado, let's get into this video. Alright guys, here it is. This is Albedo's banner, guys. Honestly, it wasn't what anybody was suspecting. I mean, we honestly, like, when I heard that there was going to be sucrose, not Albedo, sucrose and Barbara, I thought they were going to be on the same banner. So it's a good thing. I mean, it wasn't finalized, so I'm happy that it wasn't an official finalized presumption or something, like official news. So now we don't have what you all been waiting for. Yes, Hu Tao and Rosaria are not in these banners. Those new 4-star units did not make their way. So what is up with that? Rosaria is supposed to appear in 1.2, guys. Now, just because she appears doesn't mean she's going to be a summonable unit, and she didn't even appear yet. So it wouldn't make sense that they don't make her summonable yet. So we can expect her to get her at a little bit of a later date, maybe probably in 1.3, most likely. We'll see. We'll check all the information out for that and see when those 4-star pole arm users come to the game, because they look insane. Hu Tao and Rosaria look insane. Pyro and Cryo pole arm users, by the way. So this is our banner. We have this is coming December the 23rd, I believe, and that is in literally one day, I believe. Yeah, it's in one day, because I'm pre-recording this, so I had to, guess the time. So we are getting these units in one day. Albedo, the new GL that everybody wants me to spend millions of dollars on, and also fischl, sucrose, and Bennett. Now, guys, is this worth it? Is fischl worth it? Is sucrose worth it? And is Bennett worth it? I want to go ahead and get into these units in detail. So we're gonna actually pull these units up, right? All right, let's get right into it. First character, fischl, guys. I'm pretty sure all of you know that her event, the event, like I think it was a little while ago, gave us a free fischl if you completed all of the things that you have to complete. And basically, if you have a free fischl, that is really, really good. That's good for you. But if you don't have fischl at all, guys, she is an insane character. She could be DPS or she could be support. It's up to you how you want to build her. But she is insane and she throws out a lot of damage. Now, guys, you're probably asking, okay, why is she so good? What makes her so good? Blah, 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 this, that. Well, first off, let's go over this. This is where she summons Oz. And he comes out basically dealing electro damage and a small AoE. And for the ability's duration, Oz will continuously attack nearby enemies, right? The skill's damage is taught. Oz's attack damage is 118%. His summon damage is 153%. Oz's duration is 10 seconds. Cooldown is 25 seconds. Has a really long cooldown, but also a really, really good duration as well. So now we have Midnight Phantasmagoria, which is an elemental burst. Falling Thunder damage 208, and the cooldown is 15 seconds. This is basically where she becomes literally the bird and flies around, has extreme speed, and does AoE electro damage, right? Or something like, yeah, AoE electro damage, right? So anyway, let's go over her constellation, because I'm pretty sure most of you have this character. If you don't have this character, just know that she is a really good DPS, and she is also a really good support. We can go over that in another video. If you need me to, comment down below, and I will make that video for you. So anyway, this is insane. We have Constellation 1, and if you are on this banner, if you're going on this banner and you're going in, like you're going to go in, then these constellations are definitely important, especially for free-to-play players that don't have a lot of 5 stars. Having Constellation for a 4-star unit is basically like having a 5-star or near that. So it's really, really good. So anyway, I want to go over Constellation 1. Basically, even when Oz is not present in combat, he can still watch over fischl through his raven eyes. When fischl attacks an enemy, Oz fires a joint attack, dealing 22% of the attack damage. I actually want to show you an example of what that looks like so that you can get an understanding of what that joint damage is and what it does. Okay, so we have fischl here, guys. Let me show you exactly what Constellation 1 does for fischl. As you can see, do you see that little black ball that's coming out? That is literally, and by the way, that little tornado is not part of her effect. That is actually the bow I have on her, which is from the battle pass. But like I said, this little attack gives extra damage, and it's white damage. That's the good thing, because like I said, she could be built as a white damage DPS. So the more Constellation you have on her, Constellation 1 will make her extremely broken. And look, like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. You could build yours way better. I have not been focusing on fischl. I'm really focused on Child and Bennett and Zhongli and a lot of characters right now, but not fischl right now. And like I said, she can do an insane amount of damage because of this extra joint attack that Oz provides on Constellation 1. So definitely, it's so worth it, in my opinion. It's so worth it. And like, that is just ridiculous. It's broken. So let's go ahead and go over the rest of her Constellation though. Now we have Constellation 2. Basically, when you use her elemental skill, it deals an additional 200% attack as damage, and its AoE is increased by 50%. That's really good. This increases the level of your elemental skill. This right here is basically saying once you use your elemental burst, it deals 222% of attack as electro damage to the surrounding enemies. When the skill duration ends, fischl regenerates 20% of her HP. This levels up her Phantasmagoria, right? And then we have this right here, which is Constellation 6. This extends the duration of Oz presence on the field by 2 seconds. Additionally, Oz attacks with your active character when present, dealing 30% of fischl's attack as electro damage. She is extremely viable. She's extremely good, and for you players that don't even have her yet, you're going to be blessed to have her, especially if you don't have a good DPS right now. This is definitely the character you want. She's support, she's DPS, she can proc for reactions. She's just a good character overall in all aspects. She's probably she's in the best 4 stars category, definitely, right? So let's go ahead and go over the next character that is in Albedo's banner. We have Sucrose. And I can't believe I'm saying this, right? I made a video about Sucrose and Bennett a while ago, guys, and you've probably seen it. But I'm just saying that it's crazy that they put Sucrose and Bennett in the same exact banner, and that makes this banner all the more worth to summon on. It's insane. You like the fact that it has three of the best supports in the game is just insane to me. So why is she so insane? Well, we have her elemental skill, which basically pulls people in and deals animal damage, right? Or swirl, it does swirl damage too, right? So animal damage, right? And then we have this right here, which is her elemental burst. Pulls people in, does animal damage, and can also do elemental absorption with hydro, pyro, cryo, and electro energy, guys. Meaning she can make those extremely strong. She'll make them deal additional elemental damage of the type, right? Whatever you put into this elemental absorption, she will basically make the max output even more, right? She'll make you stronger. So why is it so good? Well, it's because we have our passive. Basically, once you use her elemental skill and elemental burst to hit an opponent, this will increase all party members' elemental mastery by an amount equal to 20% of Sucrose's elemental mastery for 8 seconds. What does that mean? Basically, you build your Sucrose with as much elemental mastery as possible, right? Once you get as much elemental mastery as possible, and I mean as much as possible, what this does for you is it will do elemental mastery increased. What is elemental mastery? Basically, the higher a character's elemental mastery, the stronger the elemental energy that can be released. It increases the damage of vaporize, melt, overload, superconduct, electrocharge, shatter, and swirl by certain percentages, and also increases the damage absorption power of shields created through crystallize. Okay, as you can see, mine's 0%. That's because I have no artifacts on mine. But like I said, get as much elemental mastery as you can on her, since 20% of it will be going to your team as soon as you use her elemental skill or elemental burst. And once you get that 20% to the team, they're going to have increased, basically all increased elemental reactions. Once you have those increased elemental reactions, you're going to deal more damage. So definitely keep that in mind. She's an extremely good unit. Her Constellation is definitely worth it. As you can see, once you do her elemental skill, she will gain 1 additional charge. That is really, really good. So you have 2 charges instead of 1. And also we have this right here, which is the duration of Forbidden Creation, which is her elemental burst is increased by 2 seconds. That's really good as well. This increases the level of her elemental skill. This right here, every 7 normal and charge attacks Sucrose will reduce the cooldown of a stable animal stasis creation, which is an elemental skill. Guys, that's really, really good, especially if you just like, spam that to get it back as fast as possible. but really, honestly, you don't need to. It'll come back fast, especially having 2 charges is really good. And this increases the level. And this right here is once you use her elemental burst, it triggers the elemental absorption. All party members gain an additional 20%. They gain a 20% elemental damage bonus for the corresponding absorbed element during its duration. So if you are a cryo main and then you put cryo into the elemental absorption, you're gonna gain a 20% elemental damage bonus for cryo. That is extremely broken. And I feel like having C6, even if you don't have C6, if you don't have sucrose at all, guys, this is extremely good because she is going to support your team to the max for the fact that this passive is broken and she's doing this animal damage and has absorbed damage on her elemental burst. That is extremely good, and that is why sucrose is extremely viable. And I feel like it's just insane to me that they put her and Bennett in the same banner. You're probably saying, why do you keep saying that? Well, I'm going to explain exactly why. Bennett is the perfect support in this game. Now, if you've never heard of Bennett, this is what he's mainly used for, is inspiration field. This is the elemental burst. If the health of a character within its AoE is equal to or falls below 70% of their health, they will continuously regenerate. The amount of HP restored scales off of Bennett's max HP. So the more HP you have on your Bennett, the more you regenerate. If the health of the character within the AoE is higher than 70%, they get an attack bonus. That is based on Bennett's base attack. So the more base attack you have on Bennett, the more attack you have on a sword, the more base attack you just have on him in general. The more you level him up, the more attack you get. This will just boost your attack that you do once you're in his field by a ton. And also this imbues the character within the AoE with pyro, which means you're proccing for reactions, especially if you have cryo or hydro. Melt and vaporize are destroying the field. Destroying it. So these are the skill attributes. Mine's level 6, of course. Skill damage 322, 26%. Continuous regeneration 8.40%. Max HP plus 914. Attack bonus ratio 78%. Duration 12. Cooldowns 15. And energy cost 60. Now I want to note that his elemental skill does get back his elemental burst extremely fast if you fully charge it. You fully charge this, you're going to get a lot of energy particles. It's probably going to get you almost halfway there just from doing one full charge. So it's extremely good and viable, and I love it about him. And also, if you already have this character, let's go over his constellation. Constellation 1 makes him broken. Fantastic Voyage's attack increase no longer has an HP restriction and gains an additional 20% of attacks base, 20% of Bennett's base attack, guys. So basically, what this is saying is, guys, you're good. It doesn't rely on HP anymore. No HP restriction, and you gain 20% of Bennett's attack, an additional. So you're having that plus his elemental burst. So that is insane to me. And then right here, when Bennett's HP falls below 70%, his energy recharge is increased by 30%. You could proc this on purpose so that you could get his energy recharge to be increased by 30% to get his elemental burst back fast so that you can spam it and do as much damage as possible on the field and heal as much on the field. And it's just broken, right? Then we have this, which levels up your elemental skill. This right here, using normal, this really doesn't matter for the fact that you're not going to be using him as DPS, really just support. This increases the level of your elemental burst, which is extremely important. Having max elemental burst is really good. And also right here, you're basically, what it's saying is sword, claymore, or pole arm wielding characters inside Fantastic Voyage's radius gains a 15% pyro damage bonus. Normal charge and plunging attacks now do pyro damage. Anybody in there gains 15% pyro damage bonus. That is extremely viable, extremely good support, guys. And what does this do? Elemental reactions, guys. EM, elemental mastery. That's where elemental mastery comes in. That's where sucrose comes in, because she literally buffs the max. Once you proc her passive, she's gonna buff the team's elemental mastery. What does the elemental mastery do? It gives you better reactions, better damage on your reactions. And what is this gonna do once you have pyro damage plus a cryo or plus a hydro? Vaporize, melt, those are reactions. They're going to be increased by sucrose. That is why they are literally perfect for each other, and that is why they're extremely broken. Now you're probably saying, oh my god, this sounds insane, and sucrose and Bennett sound absolutely broken. Fischl is definitely broken because, you know, white damage and support. Well, is this banner still worth it considering all that it has? Is it worth it? Albedo, sucrose, Bennett, and Fischl, are they worth it? The simple answer is yes. There is no doubt within my mind. If you were summoning Albedo's banner, it couldn't get any better than this. Because if you don't have these characters, this is a definite plus for you, because they are some of the best support characters in the game. But if you do have these characters, it's also a plus to you because their constellation makes them extremely broken. And like I said, having constellation on 4-star units is basically like having a 5-star unit, because the constellation is just, it adds up for some of their flaws if they have any. Now, like I said, this is completely worth it. If you are summoning Albedo that's extremely good, even though you should be saving for Zhao and Ayaka, that is your choice. You like Albedo, go for him. It's definitely worth, considering that his featured units, his featured 4 stars in the banner are extremely broken supports. So definitely you got my yes, okay? Definitely go in on this banner. I feel like it's completely worth, and that is really about it. I wanted to go over this as fast as possible because it's just insane. I don't want to waste your time, and also I just wanted to explain how insane it is for them to put Bennett and Sucrose on the same banner along with fischl, which is one of the best DPSs in the game and also one of the best supports in the game. So at the end of the day, guys, yes, summon for Albedo. Definitely, if you want him, he is worth, his banner's worth. Now, if this was even worse, there is no such thing as worse really in this game, but if it wasn't of your preference, I definitely wouldn't recommend it. But these characters are a need, in my opinion, because of their support. They're a need. If you want to do tons of damage, if you want to have fun in this game, this is where it's at. Literally the full set right here. And you're going to definitely pull them before you get Albedo if you go for 90 pull, right? So that's really, really cool. And like I said, guys, definitely summon on this banner if you're summoning on this banner now, because these features are insane. And Albedo's insane as well. So I'm happy that they've officially put out Albedo's banner, and now we can just rest at ease. It is sad that we're not getting Hu Tao, and it is sad that we're not getting Rosaria, but like I said, the chance of getting those new characters was pretty slim, but we'll probably see them in 1.3 or later. I'll do some research for them, but that is really about it, guys. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope this does make you extremely happy that these characters are in this banner. These characters are insane, and I'm so happy that they're in this banner because I actually need dupes of all of them. I want to get my fischl 6/6, I want to get my sucrose 6/6, and I want to get my Bennett 6/6 if possible. So anyway, guys, that's really about it for this video. I appreciate everybody who came out to watch this video. I'm sorry about my dog. But anyway, guys, thank you so much, and I hope this video helped you and hyped you up to summon on Albedo for you Albedo simps out there. And yeah, that's really about it. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.